Welcome back to game number 3 of day 3 of the PGC group stages, the elimination day. I am Porosaurus. Joining me for this last final game on Erangel is Mr. Xenox.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Are you?
I mean, I'm probably feeling better maybe than some of the players and teams here that are in the bottom 8.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, there's look, 2 games down. There's still 4 games to go. Everything is still very, very close. Anybody still has a chance to make that top 8. Even our teams at the very, very bottom of the standings, which I'm not gonna even talk about, because if I do, everybody's gonna call me a toxic North American home fanboy.
About the team that's at the very bottom. Look, there's still time. You said it yourself. There's still time. And we saw it just then from Armory Gaming. I mean, they were down there actually on the exact same amount of points as Team Liquid. And we saw what one win can do. 8 kills as well. 18 points in one game. I think before that, they were on about 15 points. So it goes to show just how quickly fortunes can turn around if you have one really solid game. We saw that on day 1 with the likes of Tempo Storm, who ended up having 2 last places and still made it through. And of course on day number 2 as well with Genesis, after they had some struggles early on. So with 4 games still to play. In saying that though, Poro, these 2 games now is where you really need to strap your boots on and pick up some points, because you do not want to go into Miramar chasing that many points.
No, absolutely. Especially if you consider yourself to be an Erangel team, which I gotta assume a lot of these teams do feel that way. But we are already in the plane. We are already heading over the island. You can get an idea of what the plane path looks like from that picture. And everybody should be good to go to drop out of the plane. Armory and Sun Sister dropping out very early here.
Rumble is going to get down to that Lopotka region. I mean, maybe Georgia Paul might be a bit difficult, but potato, it should be all fine here for game number 3. As you said, last game now on Erangel, at least for this weekend. And of course, for the elimination stage, Sandhawk to follow after this. And well, from what we've seen so far on the weekend of Sandhawk, it's crazy, it's chaotic. You can't necessarily go in too much with a game plan to back you up.
No, absolutely. And you know, we got a little bit of a taste in last game from Armory Gaming, what we could see when a superstar player finally decides to show up in Duckman with the 6 kills. But you know what? Keeping in mind that those 6 kills, the only kills he's gotten today. So nobody's going to remember the bad games that you have if you have that one really good superstar performance.
To be fair, there was only 1 game before that.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, that's absolutely fair. But still, the point still stands is you can have 5 trash games and 1 game that you know, settles everything.
Exactly.
And everybody's going to forget about, as we see Extreme taking some long-range shots here at Psycho, letting him know that Razak is spoken for.
We haven't shown the circle yet.
Oh,
I think we should probably show it. That's an interesting circle for the final game of Erangel here for match number 3. Definitely going to go down to Sosnovka Island, where it will finish, though. Still begs to be the question. Duckman's on your screen. He is the star player at the moment here at the elimination stage, based off of that previous performance. Infantry on the move early. No surprises there, considering the circle that we've seen. They're going to go straight past Lighthouse and all straight down to military base.
And on the other end of the island, on the eastern bridge, G2 also making an early rotation across that bridge to make sure that they claim a spot of their own on the island as well. It's, you know, the way the circle is shaping up, you got to assume maybe favoring the eastern edge a little bit, but we can never tell anything. DMG, by himself here. Sun Sister paying attention to those parachutes, seeing where the drops were coming, and they want a piece of Mr. DMG here.
Certainly do. The points are going to matter, because Sun Sister 31 on the rankings, 33 points for Armory Gaming, and not only picking up the point, but then also wounding an enemy there that you really need to do. What's going to be interesting with this circle, now I'm not much of an analyst, but obviously what we saw yesterday for Team Liquid, dropping north of Pachinki, we saw one circle that actually went down to Sosnovka Island, and they wanted to get to the bridge, and they got there too late because they weren't on their usual rotation path. Now, look, well, unfortunately you can't see, but they've moved so early here as Kadesu is closing in on Duckmans, and for Armory Gaming, it's a tough start. DMG knocked down, of course, he's going to be finished off. He was by himself. Duckmans is also by himself here too. Armory Gaming just had some success, and it might automatically backfire here in game 3.
Yeah, and this is kind of what we've been seeing from Duckman recently here, is that he's just been getting caught out very early here, as we see Gaba already making his way over. There's a unoccupied Ghost Dacia making its way across as well, but look at this. Duckman wants a piece of this. He's got a limited amount of ammo. He knows he's got to push it. He gets Kendesu down to about half. Just past Having, he's going to get the down as well, but look at Crazy Sam is coming.
Yeah, he's right there, pulls up, but he pulls up too far away. Can't save Kindesu. And now all Crazy Sam has done is make it a 1v1. There's that Team Liquid rotation that I was talking about. They're able to now get across the bridge super, super early, something they weren't able to do yesterday. Of course, now that they've got Pachinki to themselves, and we'll see how that plays out for Team Liquid. Maybe this will be their game here. Duckmans has so far made something out of nothing, but he's still got 3 members of Sun Sister around this location. A 1v3 here for Duckmans.
19 rounds in that AK. I'm not sure what he's holding. He's got a Vector. I don't know how much ammo he's got for that, but looks like SST might be discretion, might be a little bit better part of Valor. No, Galba! He's going to find him, spot him out.
Oh!
The trade! Oh my God!
Duckman's got the knockdown onto Gabba. He should have had no right to do that, but he did. Crazy Sam, they had the numbers, Sun Sister, and they will get Duckman's before he could cause any more inflictions upon Sun Sister. And now they can breathe for the time being. 2 easy points in the end for Sun Sister. Maybe not too easy, though, as Envy here towards southwest Milta. They've also got Detonator around them.
Detonator, Envy, and QM up to the north as well, as we see Armory now finally coming over to provide a little bit of support for their fallen teammate. They're going to find Crazy Sam. The rest of the 2 members of Sun Sister hiding in the smokes now, trying to get in their vehicles and see if they can get out of this.
Lots of fighting early happening because of this phase 1 circle down to Sosnovka Island. But what's crazy is this fight between Armory Gaming and Sun Sisters around that Stalwell region. It's so far away. Pride, Interrogate, both eliminated by Aqua 5 and Akari. But Detonator, who are sitting in 15th position, crucial for them that they start to turn their fortunes around here. Match 3, and for Envy, it's not looking good. Moody, Pat Caps, it's time to go and head it over the bridge.
Bad news early for Envy. They are sitting in 7th place. They do get 2 out of this, and it looks like they should be able to make it across the bridge. Nobody really hard camping this, with the exception of G2 at the intersection.
Really?
We can actually see TL running into infantry in the kill feed here. So a nice couple of kills picked up for them as we check on our care package. And yep, here we go. The fight kicking off on the south end of Military Island.
James primes the nade.
Uh-oh.
That's not going to connect, though. Only 2 remaining for Infantry Clan. Yao Yang and Bol Yang. Envy have made it across. Nalos did leave the crossroads, so for Pat Caps and Moody, they'll be safe for now. VC pushing into Novo. And of course, though, speaking of safe, considering their point tally already, it's fair to say they're looking quite comfortable to progress to next weekend. Only a couple more points probably required, but they'll be feeling comfortable. For Team Liquid, this is a decent start. They probably feel like they've got 2 kills sitting right in front of them. Nice knockdown from Jempty. Only 1 more remaining, and then Team Liquid can double up their kill count here in the game of match 3.
Yeah, they have to know that there's at least only 1 here, as I believe they got both of the other 2 kills. So that being the 3rd down, James gets taken so very low. Xiao Yang doing what he can to stay alive a little bit longer. Infantry needs a lot of points here. Oh, Pat Cap's going down again to his own.
Moody's not there to get the revive either. Pat Caps is basically done for. Moody's down at crossroads. Isco's just crossed the bridge for Detonator. Xiao Yang holding on for Infantry Clan, and now they're going to start to push up the stairwell. There's Jempty, but Jempty was there to help out. Never mind, it was James. But still, Infantry Clan out in 16th position. They will remain in the bottom 8.
Jeeves with the fastest Tommy gun in the West, making sure that flush could not come out. Infantry Clan, keep in mind, was in 10th place going into this. So that's them going out very, very early. That's bad news for them, but fantastic news for Team Liquid.
G2 got over to Sosnovka Island very, very early, but they're very split around that Novo region. As Aqua 5 picks up, well, pretty easy kill in the end on Pat Caps. And
I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like he might have been trying to prime a grenade to get the highlight reel grenade driving over thing, and it just happened to kill him and blow up his own vehicle. So hate to see it, but fortunately for Envy, Moody is still alive for now.
BC close by to Yanis as Brex go with a knockdown onto Isco.
Very wide split from G2 here as they have 2 up on top of the radio tower. Giannis, as we saw in Novo, and Nelos way down to the south here of Novo.
I'm not sure what Nelos is doing, though.
It's a very, very interesting split as Giannis stay alive for right now. We can see his teammate is picking up that kill in the kill feed. You see where Nelos is not really in any spot here to support his teammate, but it looks like he should be able to get out of this just fine.
Not directly, although Giannis can make his way over to Nelos, as you said. The other 2 members of G2 on top of Radio Tower is safe for now. And then Based off the way this phase is looking, it might end up being a radio tower finish.
Well, if it ends up being that way, G2 in a prime position. You can see BC going to take some long-range shots here. Giannis not going to be enough to take out the Dacia just yet. Looks like he has all tires intact. He has a full health bar. He's feeling pretty good. Not even smoking yet, so they should be just fine. Okay, we have Atletico is finally making their way over as we see the circle is collapsing here.
Just south of Primorsk, as we get our circle plot for phase 2, it goes over to the military base, and now probably radio tower doesn't look as convincing for G2. They'll probably start to make their way down there, and it'll be military base finish. Very likely. Team Liquid immediately realized that, went straight in. They're looking for the bunkers very early.
Yeah, this looks like it may set up to be a bunker ATC split. I know this is something that we see happen quite a bit. Looks like they actually are just going to trade 2-1-1 between the bunkers and the ATC. So not a bad position here early for Team Liquid.
I mean, you got 2 in the ATC that can cover the bunker. The bunker can cover the ATC. This is a great game for Team Liquid. This might just be their game. Still a long way to go, though. A lot of teams now starting to rotate towards military base.
4 kills already in the bag. Definitely helpful for the cause. As we see Crow Crowd making their way through the blue. They're coming up just on the far western side of this island.
With here we see. Oh, no. That's just not it.
You know, happens to the best of us. And that's going to actually be it for Team Envy as Moody tries to make the mad dash in, see if he can maybe stay alive in the bunkers, but unfortunately Team Liquid, as we saw.
5 kills for Liquid.
5 kills now.
This is all it takes. You know, a lot of us on the broadcast team were speaking off air. You get like a 10 or 15 kill win, and you are suddenly from last to the top 5. That's how quick your fortunes can change, and we know what Team Liquid is capable of.
Absolutely. The dinner plate is set up for them to have one of those big games right now. You see Rumbler very aware that G2 is up here.
AWM for Nelos.
Yeah, they know that they're there. They just don't know where they might have repositioned to. Look at Giannis actually making a move in the vehicle. So now it's just all down to Nelos here. He's got the AWM. 15
shots in a dream, although considering how close Waldo and Microfry are, the AWM's not going to be suited for this engagement. Nelos gets shot at. I think it's time to go. Does he get out quick enough? That's the question. Rumble is pushing over this ridge line. I think they're going to spot him here, and that AWM might fall into their hands. That's if they want it. We'll see how that one plays out later. As QM easy spots DJ Boy. They've lost Liga. Wu Feng's already been eliminated as well. So for QM, they are in a bit of strife here. As BC pushed out of Novo. Nice knockdown from Domu onto GYY. Easy got to trade back onto Tide, but it's not looking good. It's not looking easy for Easy. He's eliminated. VC Gaming continue to dominate this elimination stage in first place.
And Brexco does get spotted out here by Los HD. So that is going to be him going down. G2 now down to 3 players as it's Chris trying to make his way over to the rest of the boys. Nella is trying to take those long-range shots, see if they can maybe get one back, but doesn't look like it's going to happen this time. Rumblers ducked down just out of sight.
G2 scrambling here to get back. It's Chris makes his way over to Nelos. Giannis holding the south angle to try and provide some cover fire. Trying to just get on the bike. Shot from Waldo. Oh, you took your time, Nelos, and instead you are sitting on the ground. No more AWM for you, and for G2, they're down to 2.
Chris is going to use the rock, try to stay alive for a little bit longer here with the cover. He's got Giannis, but yeah, you can see Giannis trying to reposition maybe a little bit here. It's Chris, I think, just staying alive long enough to heal up, get boosted before they take their leave of this fight. Yep, Rumbler's going to get the better of this one.
Phase 3 pop. It's going to continue on to military base. It's going to continue on to Liquid. W click in there as well. They're pretty close by to Team Liquid. And for G2 now, maybe I think, Poro, you just send it in. You've only got 2 players remaining. Try and find a bunker.
Yeah, do your best to keep those last 2 players alive for as long as possible. They're trying to send it, they're getting shot at here. You can see Sun Sister finally making their way across after scrapping with Armory Gaming. Armory Gaming as well, making their way across here on the Western Bridge. So only a few, I think they're down both teams down to just 2. So this is going to be them coming in very late and just kind of playing whatever's given to them.
Courtesy of each other.
Courtesy of each other, yeah, exactly. It was
all's fair in love and war between those 2 teams in the end. As Atletico start to push through the west side of military base, I wonder if they're surprised that this is so open on the west side, considering, obviously, from what we've seen, a lot of teams had set up over towards Radio Tower, the eastern side of Sosnovka Island. Atletico came in from the west. They come in from Lighthouse side, as we see Nuki spotted Sophia. Oh, too slow. Headshot. Immediately gets out, though. Stays alive for now. And it causes Nuki to panic, throws the nade. Does still have the high ground spot, as well as the numbers. The rest of Crow Crowd around here. A reposition for Sophia, but I think it's too little too late.
I don't know. That's actually a really smart reposition there from Sophia. He does have some support here from just off in the distance. Now Misa's going to find that. And that is going to be it for Sophia. You can see Shyway in the background. Kane be taking some long-range shots. Teme is actually going to get taken out by Kane. So that's a nice long-range shooting coming in here. Crow Crowd in a little bit of trouble here.
They could be in further trouble if they don't get moving past GEX in time, because that blue zone's now moving. They're not even inside of the circle yet, and there's still not a lot of cover around this vicinity. Lots of trees. They're going for the revive as well. Shyway taking some shots. Kane still has the angle towards Time. As the smokes are going to come out now, they're going for this revive. They want to take 4 into military base, but GEX are doing their best here to put the pressure right onto Crow Crowd. And they made a mistake here, basically giving up a lot of utility, giving up their vehicles just to go for this revive. Now Tixu's knocked down as well. They might have been better to just ditch their teammate and send it into military base.
Yeah, this is not the most ambitious res in the world, but GEX had a really, really wide, good split here with multiple lines of sight onto this. Kane especially is just giving them conniptions. As you can see, Misa's still pinned behind this tree by Shyway. Yeah. Oh, Raspu got spouted out by Atletico as well. So that's one of the Red Cannons members going down. Their northern flanker. So we come back to Shyway.
Well, even if Crow Crowd could make it out alive from this, they're not going to have much utility moving forward. Red Canids holding the fence line, south military base. They'll be spotting whoever, it's GEX or Crow Crowd after this anyways. Nuki's knocked down. This has turned disastrous for Crow Crowd. Down Misa as well, down to 1 remaining. It's actually the one player who was initially knocked down. It's Time.
Yeah, this is just disastrous for Crow Crowd. I mean, I understand wanting to go for that res, but man, in the end, it just ends up being the death of them. As yep, there they go. Misa's going to be going down as well. Crow Crowd going out in 13th place.
Disastrous, because what happened in the end is now GEX don't even have to push into military base. They can continue to wrap down south, going into this circle. I wouldn't be surprised if GEX continue to hold on and get like a top 8 placing here.
Look at this hard shift down to the southeast here for this circle. So Team Liquid already repositioning. They're going to send their 2 from the ATC down to rejoin in that southern bunker. You can see Detonator's in a little bit of trouble here. Yep, okay, a lot bit of trouble as they go out in 12th place. That is bad news for that squad. As you can see, they were sitting in 13th going into this. So the Korean squad having a very rough time.
W-Click have taken over the ATC. That Team Liquid left behind. They're playing 3-1 split.
WC was very widely spread out throughout this, but might be running into Rascal Jess here very shortly. Atletico actually looking like they're going to go ahead and dip out from the western side, not liking what's in front of them.
If they might be going for a fat wrap down south and essentially pushing from behind where we saw GEX before. Weldo knocked down now. It's finished off by Summer of VC Gaming, who just continue to steamroll through. DJ Boy, as Microfry is just in front for Rumblers. There goes Atletico. And exactly as I said, they're going to go down south, and I think this will end up working much better for them rather than the congestion of military base.
That is actually, I feel like, a really smart play here for Atletico while they have the opportunity trying to make their way up to this, because it's a lot more difficult to make your way out of the base than it is to make your way in, I feel. So
what they don't want to do, though, is take essentially a Crow Crowd fight. Don't stop early outside of the circle and take the fight with GEX, but from the looks of it, that's what they're doing. Fortunately, they land the initial shot and the knockdown onto Kane, so it might getting fight back, but this is the problem. Now you're under pressure, hiding behind trees. That blue zone's moving. You're not inside of the circle. GEX is. They can essentially do what we just saw them do to Crow Crowd.
Yeah, and Red Cannon's actually third-partying on this a little bit as well.
They needed to keep moving.
Yeah, it looks like they're agreeing with you. Look, they might be boosting up and then getting into vehicles and making their way in. They have 2 down for Gex now, or GEX, and I think only one player remaining. Yeah, Shyway going to go try to get the res here on Kane. Boy, he got that just in time.
Giannis is down, by the way, and will remain down as it's Chris is playing a solo position. There's the finish off from Microfry. The Atletico continue to move. They've left Zoidmate in the blue. Probably is the anchor to just keep putting pressure on. Jukes is up close. Extreme and Flood. Extreme's going to be careful. He's getting pretty close by to It's Chris. Shyway. There's Jukesy now putting the pressure onto Kane and Shyway. 43 seconds until phase 5. And Flood trying to help out from a different angle. Jukesy needs to find a knock here.
Yeah, I mean, while it is a rough fight here for Atletico, you got to consider the fact that they are in 12th place. They need these points, and this is a fairly easy fight for them to take.
Jukesy down to 4 health, but he hasn't got a first aid kit. He hasn't. Well, he has apparently. Shyway throws the nade though. This might be the one to send him down. If he does go down, there's no way he's going to get revived. Zoidmate's down in the blue. Jukesy goes down as well. Shyway, GEX have played this so well. Flood finds the knockdown, but came with the trade. Only Extreme remains, and he's not even at the fight. He kept moving forward for placement. Atletico down to 1. And maybe their hopes and dreams of moving to next weekend are on the line here in match 3.
You know, there's just no such thing as an easy fight when it comes to this lobby, when it comes to these teams, as Shyway and the rest of the boys from GEX proving to be an absolutely formidable opponent for Atletico. As we go back and check in on Red Cannons there just outside of circle. They should be moving their way in, just playing the wall here. But they do have Team Liquid right in front of them.
And credit where credit's due, GEX have basically won 2 big fights.
Huge.
And that's crucial points. That's why they're in the top 5 right now. Red Canids are going to move. And Team Liquid's going to spot them. 5 kills. It's been a bit quiet over the last 7 or so minutes for Team Liquid, but they'll hold their 3-1 bunker split. Empty up top. Keep an eye on the other bunker. Chris has moved over to the fence line, actually, just south of Team Liquid's bunker, as WClick still holding
everywhere. I mean, they're holding everywhere. On the entire northwestern part of this circle is being held by somebody from WClick here. As they're taking shots at Rascal Jester, they're taking shots at AG. I mean, anything that they can spot, they're going to take a shot at here. As we check in on VC, you can see Extreme and Microfry, 2 solo snakes out here that could cause some problems. And now GEX is coming to join the party as well.
Only the 2 kills for Atletico. They need more from this game. Kane and Shyway have moved up for GEX towards Microfry's position. As you said, BC will continue to roam around, but I sense once they hear some shots, maybe from Rumblers or GEX, they might continue to turn their attention there. Tide's now actually spotted Micro from Rumblers. As we over to WCK, Wesker's going to be knocked out. WClick going to finish off Rascal Jesters. 10 teams remain, 26 alive at the 20-minute mark of match number 3. It's only phase 5, and there's only 26 alive after that chaotic start.
Coming in here, Rascal Jester was your 8th place team. Team Envy, your 7th place team. Both of those guys out now. So a lot of room left here for our squads that are trying to make it above the cut line. Got to have eyes on Team Liquid, obviously. Sitting in last place, still 4 up and the center of the circle. Great positioning here, but can they manage to get some kills off of this? Can they get more points?
Very interesting to see. Extreme pushing in behind GEX, who are about to be collapsed on by essentially all 4 members of VC Gaming. Extreme's essentially made it a 5th. As the nades go forward, GEX, Shyway is going to be knocked down. Now, I think the best thing for Extreme here would be to try and pick up the 2 kills here onto GEX, maybe try and steal him. He got 1, but now he's going to 1 versus 4 against VC Gaming. They've spotted him. Extreme's going to go down just at the bubble. He's not going to get any placement points either. He got the 1 kill, but that will be it. Atletico in 9th. 8 teams remain. Placement points can now start to be distributed for match 3.
Boy, VC is coming up clutch here on the southern side of this circle. 8 kills so far. They've been fighting their way over from the east side all the way down to the south. And now they have to figure out how they're going to make their way into this military base.
Team Liquid aren't going to be finding many kills over the last 10 minutes or so, but it's towards the late game where having the 4 alive is going to prove to be so beneficial, as it's Chris has done a decent job snaking his way towards military base. Amru Gaming still with 2 alive. 10-1. Ski. Red Canids still just trying to maneuver their way through military base.
Chris doing a good job of staying alive, as you said. He is getting protection from this Team Liquid squad, albeit unknowingly, from the boys in blue. So they are just taking shots at whatever's in front of them. They can't see what's on their backside here, but Chris is just going to be perfectly fine with that.
Well, speaking of the boys in blue, the other team in blue, WClick, are probably going to have to crash their way into the circle. And what better place to try and crash than the north bunker, which just got Jempty in it. Jempty's in a solo position right now as BC Gaming might make that push. Here comes It's Chris, has to reload. Summer's going to be knocked down. There's also shots coming from Red Knits as well. BC Gaming lose tight to Cherry Pop and Rumblers. Raptors eliminated, but Chris is gone in 8th position for G2. It's a placement point. It's something for what has been so far a disastrous PGC for G2.
That was a very ambitious crash there from VC as we check the replay of Waldo in the
good
sniper battle here. Look at this. Boom, right off the bike. Sit down, sir. Nice little shot there as we check back in on the Sun Sister squad trying to make their way into the circle. They have Gaba has already made it to the bunker, but Faishan is in some serious trouble. Is now Liquid going to turn their attention towards W-Click?
Obviously, Zera steals the kill onto Reeboks. Team Liquid now, it's going to be probably phase 7 onwards where you want to start finding these kills and really tallying it up as Jepti and James collect a double onto W-Click. Top 5 for Liquid. They're making the comeback. Don't count out Liquid just yet. Here for match 3 of day 3. They move up to 13th position on 28 points. It's only an 8-point gap between them and safety.
Worth noting that VC, despite that insane crash earlier, only losing 1 in the process, they managed to get the other reses up here. Red Cannon still taking long-range shots. They do manage to get Faishan to actually Cherry Poppin' going to get Faishan down. Gaba, are you actually going to go for this res? That is ambitious, but he might be able to get away with it. I don't know. There's a little bit of a ledge there that he can work with.
Team Liquid have played this so well, not allowing any teams to crash Jempty's bunker at all. They denied W-Click, they denied Sun Sisters. Cherry Poppin' picks up the double. Rumblers have done well with that too. It's a feed again for Team Liquid.
There we go.
And the interesting thing that might happen here eventually is if VC Gaming can deal with Red Knits, they can actually get on top of the bunker of Team Liquid, but Jempty can then spot them from the other bunker. The problem is Jempty has to leave his bunker. Going into this now phase 7, and not only that, Rumblers need to make their way somewhere as well. So once this blue zone comes in, Poro, there's not a lot of room for teams outside of Team Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, Rumbler's obviously in a really, really bad position right now. Jempty needing to stay where he's at for right now because he's pretty much the only thing keeping VC from crashing over the top of the bunker here onto the rest of the Liquid squad. Cherry actually just hopping in the vehicle. He's going to push right on top of Jempty's location. It should be...
It's not in.
Yeah, it's not... Ooh, yeah, you can see it just on your mini-map. It's just outside here.
He might be able to find a rock or something, but yeah, it's not really the location you want to be at.
It's barely. As you see, DJ Boy coming up over the top. See what he can spot out here. They know that Liquid is in there, and look at this, the smoke wall coming down for Red Cannons. Nicely played so far, but they're going to have to be ducking and dodging bullets from VC and TL here.
Samty with a knockdown onto Rocky Zera, but it's a matter of who actually picks up the eliminations. Well, it's a combination of both. Samty got 1, VC got the other 2. VC are steamrolling through this stage. Cannot be understated. 3 teams remain. Rumblers with 2.
But you know what? That's actually good news for people in the bottom 8. You
exactly
want to see
right.
VC. You want to see Rumblers taking more of these points away because that kind of keeps everything a little bit closer.
Heavy.
Yeah, top heavy, and keeps things closer towards the center and bottom of the leaderboard here. So we'll see what VC can come up with here from the top.
For Team Liquid, though, this has sort of been what they have been waiting for over their past 8 or 9 games that we saw from yesterday and today. Finally, they get a chance where they can play their game, and they've got 4 alive. They've got 8 kills. But now they're going to deal with VC, who are not an easy opposition here. Well, not only that, but Rumblers as well are still around.
Yeah.
Watching the front entrance of this bunker.
You see Rumblers just kind of hanging out, just barely inside circle. Nothing really showing here. And okay, we'll land right on top of Liquid again. VC, I imagine, would just kind of sit here and wait this out.
So VC don't have to do anything.
Exactly.
The only thing they've really got to do is make sure they're not peeking so that the other bunker can see them, but also making sure that Team Liquid don't actually make their way out of this bunker. If they can keep them trapped in, Molotovs, frag grenades, they can really put the pressure on from above and from outside the bunker.
Well, the interesting thing is we keep cutting to these VC players. I see smoke grenades.
Empty.
I don't see a whole lot of other utility other than that as far as grenades go. So Jempty, actually, you kidding me?
He's making the death run, and it's working because VC are not holding the top top
Nobody
of
even
this
shot
bunker.
it.
Rumblers are just trying to stay alive. Jepti's made it all the way to the bunker. He's done a nudie run, and he hasn't been caught.
It's like that you see the World War II movie where the guy runs across the trenches and nobody even takes a shot at him. That was empty right there. And Ibisa's going to find out.
It might get stolen here, and it does.
And DJ Boy with the steal. That's...
Every point matters, Poro.
It absolutely does. But once again, VC...
Cherry might deny points here, too. I mean, at this point, you've got to realize now Team Liquid are out. VC did not actually trap them in because they held so far back. Nice knockdown onto Domu from Jepti. They've got the numbers advantage. It's 4 versus 2. Team Liquid are returning. Do not count out Team Liquid. 11-kill win. They have returned.
That is what we've been wanting to see, what the fans have been wanting to see, what they have wanted to see for quite some time. And this is the thing. When you have that one good game, that's going to turn things all the way around. I would not be surprised at all to see Liquid start turning things up here in the last 3 remaining games.
You couldn't ask for a bigger platform to build on for the final games coming up, the final 3 games of the elimination stage. Team Liquid have certainly announced their return here at PGC. No 2 ways about it.
Well played from front to back. They did everything they needed to do. Everything was according to plan. It was clean. It was clutch. From the very first rotation until the last team fight. That is the Liquid that we are used to seeing.
If it wasn't for Armory Gaming and Sun Sister at the very start, we probably would have been talking more about their rotation at the start. They moved so quick from Pachinki. They realized they've been in this scenario before. They knew how to play it. That's why they got to that position, because of how early they moved. They got rewarded for it, Poro, and in the end, they also played the bunker positions well, knew where they had to leave ATC, take the double bunker. They played the 3-1 split, and they were able to cover both sides. And in the end, I think VC actually misplayed their hand. They should have been more aggressive in trying to keep Team Liquid trapped in.
Yeah, it was like VC was kind of unaware. They didn't know exactly when Liquid was going to try to make that move around, and they didn't have anybody spotting them out. But that's going to do it for us. There's a lot more to talk about it with this game, and I can't wait to hear what the analysts have to say. So we're going to throw it over to Kalaris and the rest of the desk. Boys, take it away.
Thankfully, what Mr. Jim said was not audible, but let's go. Yes, indeed, we have Team Liquid